Pananda, hello.
We're back.
We are filming in Wales and we are currently near Dolgellau in a forest called Coed Brenin, meaning Forest of Kings. We're going to walk the longest route that I think is available here that isn't a marathon. It's a waterfall path, so it's marked out with red signs. And then we're going to drive around Parc Cenedlaethol Eryri, Snowdonia National Park, and go see some of the lakes.
It's about 12 degrees.
It's lush.
Nice in the sun, not so nice not in the sun. Raining every now and then.
It's promising heavy showers, yeah.
It's March in Wales.
This is basically like a rainforest, but
Twilight forest.
so it's like a rainforest, but in a colder climate.
I'm hiding.
Silly you are. Look, honey, come look. It's the army. There you are, see? That's so cool.
That's the one that flew over Dortmund when I was walking Rex.
Yeah, they're the army, British Army were trained there. It's a really.
That was like well up.
That was really low. That's quite low though.
Yeah.
You got back. It's raining now. Remember, if you're in Wales, you got to drive on the left. Got to get a chwyth.
And so was it. And water is a bit cold, a bit wet, but lovely.
Now for some lakes. This is Llyn Trawsfynydd, and in the distance you can see a now closed down nuclear power station that began the decommissioning process in 1991. Steel reactor cores that held the fuel rods are still very radioactive to this day, and it was planned to have this site return to its pre-nuclear status in 2083. These plans seem to have changed, however, as there are now plans to have a small modular reactor adjacent to the decommissioned power station. The lake itself is used for tourist activities like canoeing and kayaking. Trout fishing is also popular here, and to think you could do all that in the presence of an old nuclear reactor.
This gorgeous building. Something.
This is Llyn Celyn, a place that is surrounded with controversy. In the 1960s, this reservoir was created to supply Liverpool and the Wirral with water. Flooding the valley came at the cost of submerging and destroying one of the last Welsh-only speaking communities, known as Capel Celyn. The controversy mainly lies in how the decision was made to flood the valley. Every politician representing a Welsh seat, bar one, voted against the plans to flood the valley, though the political system and laws at the time meant that those 35 votes were easily outnumbered by the number of votes by the English seats in Parliament. This means that Wales didn't really have any power regarding decisions that would directly affect Welsh communities. We then headed to Llyn Mwyngyl, though as I always knew it as a child as Tala Llyn. Towering over Llyn Mwyngyl in the clouds is Cadair Idris. Christine and I were lucky enough to hike to the summit, known as Pen y Cadair Fawr, back in February 2019, when the weather was perfect. Welsh folk legends speak of a giant called Idris Cawr, who was a prince, poet, philosopher and astronomer. Legend has it that he would sit on the mountain and gaze at the stars and planets. Cadair Idris literally translates to Idris's chair. So if you ever visit this mountain, try to picture a giant having a foot bath in Llyn Cai. It's Galavi Boeg. Estonia has its own giants, with the most famous one being Galavi Boeg, meaning son of Galev. Galavi Boeg's tales were recorded in what is now Estonia's national epic by the author Friedrich Reinhold Kreutzwald. Galavi Boeg is supposedly responsible for the boulders we see dotted around Estonia, as he would throw them at his enemies. Galavi Boeg currently guards the gates of hell. The next day we had some good old-fashioned beige food, something you'll often find on the British Isles.
Your tree and my tree. Cute. Wow.
This stunning place is Llyn Efyrnwy. This Victorian dam and reservoir came at a price, however. Are you sensing a theme yet? We then drove around the lake and headed to the tallest waterfall in Wales, known as Pistich Rhaeadr.